What is up, guys? Sub-Zero here, doing another review on Metafy. So if you guys don't know, I've started coaching on Metafy. Go to my link, it's metafy.gg /at Sub-Zero. And here you can get access to my coaching, VOD reviews, live sessions, and this thing called a training plan, which is a big bundle of 6 different coaching sessions, actually. So a lot of bang for your buck if you want to do the big coaching session, and you can also, do it more consistently, basically. You also get a 10% discount if you're a Twitch sub, and you get a 10% discount if you get more than one session. So yeah, check it out. All right, that being said, let's get into the game. The same player as one of our last reviews. I don't know what order I'm going to post them in. They are a Platinum player. They started a Sword, Leona. Okay, this is just like a me thing. I kind of hate Sword Start. What item are you happy slamming out of Sword Start that's strong early? Crickets. Like Zeke's maybe? I haven't been starting Sword very much recently. But IE is like a really poor slam early. Giant Slayer is an okay slam early. But like if you look at go to like Meta TFT and look at something like Giant Slayer, and you look at the round win rate of a Giant Slayer, it's 54% during stage 2 is the round win rate. It is really not very good. Compare that to something like a Static Shiv, 66.9%, okay? So this is why I really like starting stuff like bows, where you can slam something like a Static Shiv. The thing is, though, like, Zeke's is really good, but no one slams Zeke's, I feel like, anywhere. Like, 65% is really, really nice, but, like, people don't slam this item very much. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. I think the Sword Start does not lead you to making very strong items early. If you want to play like Siphon dragons, which are less in favor right now because of the nerfs recently, you can slam stuff like BT, but like BT is a pretty poor slam early. So that all being said, we have an Ezreal on board. What's the Mirage? Did we check it? Oh, we probably checked it and I didn't see. God damn it. I probably checked it while I was talking. All right, let's go back and look at the Mirage real quick. Dawnbringers. It's a good Mirage. That is a good Mirage. Israel? Israel plus Skarner? Not the biggest fan, honestly. I like picking up units that synergize with each other early. So like Ezreal plays well with Guardians because you can play around Jade with Ezreal with Ashe and Karma. And then Senna synergizes with Bruisers because you can play around Revel with Jinx. So I don't really like picking up Ezreal plus Skarner. We're probably going to sell this Leona because we don't want the sword stuck on her. So I would probably pick up, and also Sejuani is a Cavalier, and Cavalier synergize with Swift Shots because of Twitch. So I would probably sell Leona, buy Ezreal and Karma, and then probably also end up buying Sejuani. So yeah, we'll see if we end up getting gold here. I definitely wouldn't feel this Leona though, because there's a 99.9999999. Okay, I'm being silly, but we very likely have to sell this unit. I'm not gonna make a Leona 2 with a sword stuck on her, so I would just get rid of her now, buy the Karma, and then once I've done that, I'm more likely to play the Sejuani with Ez than I am to play the Skarner. These are very these seem like very small optimizations, but they can actually make a very big impact on your early game. So you should be very cognizant about every single unit that you pick up and how it works with your early game plan. You should also think about the items that you have, right? Giant Slayer is totally a fine Ezreal item. Now we have this, it could be Static Shiv, which is also a really, really good Ezreal item. But then that leaves us with the sword, which is a little bit awkward. So we'll see what else we get. Ooh, we get a Tristana plus Heimerdinger. I'd be down to just play that, honestly. I would sell the Leona, buy Tristana, hold on to the Skarner, and feed Namzi a stack. Because if you get these guys in on a minion round, you can start stacking it up. Could even be a Tristana game. Because there's this Tristana reroll comp. Hopefully I'll do a video on it soon if I can get a good game in on it. Okay, so like we end up buying them, but we haven't gotten the free stack yet. I'm okay with exiles here, or you can reroll. But this is really suspect. Okay. I don't know how we're gonna do this game, to be honest. I think I would have just taken exiles here. But like you can imagine like this board, and then Skarner plus Tom Kench is not bad. I don't know if I would really level here, honestly. Okay, we're in this spot. We have the spat. I mean, you could make Mage Cap. and put it on Trist. And then make Giant Slayer, perhaps? Doesn't sound that bad. Kind of looks what you're leaning towards. So it's like a mage's game. That doesn't sound that bad to me. Mage Tristana's not even that bad. It's really funny how you made it on Heimerdinger just to pop it off and put it on Trist. I mean, you need to... It's cute because, like, yeah, you can't put it with these items here. Like, I would buy a unit and sell, but, like, it's actually... You don't even have to sell a unit. It's kind of lit. Kind of genius. We want to hold the Skarners. It's important to have... Yeah, and I think it's fine to slam Giant Slayer then. Okay, so good that we didn't get too dizzy. I got dizzy for a sec, but yeah, I think you identified mages from here, which makes sense with your opener. So yeah, I think this is totally fine. And like I said, Triss is actually a pretty good mage spec holder, because she doesn't really care about her AP being lowered that much, and doubling up on her spell is pretty strong. I would hold the Senna here, personally. There might be a world where we get in Cannoneers. I don't care for any of these units. I'm fine with this. And mages also really like the early stacking of Namzi, but we could have got 2 more stacks if we played it during that creep round, right? And I wouldn't sell the Tom Kench there. We might end up playing Bruisers. We'll see. But Bruisers have really good synergy with mages, right? Because you have, first of all of the Astral units, and then also Silas. I'd hold the Bruisers, personally. Okay. But yeah, this is actually a pretty decent opener. And then we have the Cloak left over. I wouldn't feel bad about just taking this Lulu with Chain Vest and building, whatchamacallit, Gargoyle Stoneplate. We're taking Sword here? Was that on a unit that we really care about? Was that like a Rise or something? There's someone else who took Mage Cap, by the way, which is a little scary. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why we take the Sword here, actually. I mean, Shojin is really good, but I would rather just complete our Vladimir item. Okay. And we end up leveling here. I mean, surely it's better to play Nunu or Sejuani, right? Probably Sejuani to get in Cavaliers. Because our front line's a bit weak, right? Look how paper thin it is, just getting shred through. Anivia does some damage, but I honestly think like Trist is enough damage and we should start focusing on front line here. I don't know if it would win us the fight though, but I would play Cavs here, yeah. Can't hold Swain. Maybe hold, yeah, I would hold Nunu. I mean, I would play Sedge. Okay, this is really good. We finally hit a Nami. We'd like to get Astral and ASAP. Oh, okay, we just immediately sell the Trist. I don't hate it. Okay, so you took the Anivia because you really need to play Mage Anivia. Is Mage Anivia that strong? I don't usually play Mage Anivia, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's strong. I mean, there's some idea that... okay, it looks like the win rate's pretty poor. I mean, to be fair, this is like for end of game carry. You know, like a Mage Tristan at the end of the game is not going to be too strong either. It's not like we have a Lulu. It's interesting. I mean, you're never planning on carrying this late game, right? So it's hard to use this stat. I guess you can look at this kind of stuff. Like stage 3, how does Mage Anivia do? It doesn't show us in the data. Okay. I mean, I don't think it's too weak, but I would have rather just continued to stack Namzi. Something that I heard from apparently the rank 1 player in China, or a very high ranked player, Chitu, I think is how you pronounce his name. It's like with a Q and then ends with an X. He says it's like really, really important if you're playing mages to stack your Namzi early. Because like when you get to late game with mages, you don't really have that much of a front line, right? You're playing Silas as your main front line. And so Namzi can become part of your front line if you have a stacked up Namzi. If you don't have a stacked up Namzi, then he's not your front line. So I think I would leave stuff on Tristana and look to continue stacking my Namzi here, because it's pretty important, right? It's 2 stacks every turn. Especially because we were almost at Trist 2, right? Trist 2 would help stack even more. But this isn't the worst board, and I definitely like that we got Astral in. You definitely need Astral in when playing mages. A bit weird how Anivia's ult works with that, actually, because she ulted one clump and then ulted the other clump. Palau is really nice. I would just put it in over Lilia right now. We can see later. But I'd rather a Bruiser in than 4 Mage. I mean, you could put it over Vlad as well. Okay. We have another Giant Slayer. I mean, that's fine. This will become Shojin later, and then this bow will become maybe like a static Shiv. Okay, so a little bit low here. And we should wait one more round until 3-2, and then we're probably gonna have to level and then roll it down to find a stable board. Because we have 0 pairs so far. An okay board. I mean, if we can get a Silas, then we're probably stable. But overall, I don't think this board is that strong. I also don't know when this game was taken, but if it was taken when like Nami was Giga broken, you could just roll it down here to try to find a bunch of Namis. I mean, it looks like we're relatively contested. There's at least one mage player. This guy's also playing Astrals, so yeah. You probably take Mage Heart here, right? You have +1 Mage already. You can actually play Infinite, and it gives us Nami too. Level here. And I would probably roll it. I mean, I would definitely roll it. Can't really get... we can get 7 mages in, actually. We just have to play all mages. That's kind of nice. I don't know if that's enough. I mean, Nami too, it's just... Yeah, it's Anivia is slightly... Yeah, I mean, if we hit a Rise, we could have 7 mage in, and our board would be kind of cracked, no? Yeah, I feel like we had to actually roll a little bit deeper there to find a better board. We need Lulu in. We have the Heimer in, right? We literally just need to put Lulu in, and then our board's a lot better. 1 million times better. Put Lulu and Heimer in, right? Like, we don't need to care so much about this Lilia. Heimer's better than the Lilia, right? Because we can start stacking. Okay, so I would just put Heimer over Lilia in, and then maybe we actually have a shot. Because we do need to start stacking, or else our carry, our front line is going to be lacking late game. And Lilia 1 is really not that important. I know she received buffs this patch, but yeah, it's just not that important. Okay. Looks like the board's okay enough. Tier here, ideally, right? For Shojin. Nice, looks good. And it's also for static Shiv, right? Because we have that bow. Though the bow could become like ZZ Rot as well. Okay, so at least I saw at least one mage player there. I don't know if maybe there's another one as well. But yeah, it should be Heimer Verlilia here. And then board's not bad. But yeah, like you see, like even in this situation, our board is pretty lacking in frontline. And it's not like Namzi 1 is like really good frontline, but like Namzi 2, Namzi 3, Namzi 4 is actually real frontline. So yeah, it's interesting that the Anivia, when she double ults, she never ults in the same spot. I wonder why that is. Okay, she kind of popped off here. Not bad. All right. I'm becoming a bit more of a fan of the Anivia, but I still think we should have Heimerdinger in. I mean, now that we have Lilia, it's hard to fit Heimer in. The Lilia 2, I mean. But I would still be playing the Heimer, honestly. Just because stacking up the Namzi is really important. We can hold another Tristana to stack Namzi on the creep round. If we win this fight. If not, it's not worth like losing 1 gold to do it. But if we win this fight, we can do it. I also don't know. We're holding this Twitch pair, which is interesting to me. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. Yeah, I don't think Anivia can 1v9 these. I would sell the... Oh, sell the Twitches, man! Why do you hate Heimerdinger so much? You're a Heimer hater. So this is a spot that I found myself in playing mages before, and I feel like when you don't have this many Namis... I mean, maybe we're just not going for Nami 3. But I really feel like usually it's better to roll down... I mean, ideally it's better to just have mage in. This is just like static Shiv plus... I guess is Zephyr. Chalice of Power plus ZZ Rot? I mean, we have the Amar Shred in Anivia for now. We're not going to have that forever. I like the ZZ Rot. And the Chalice of Power isn't bad. I think I still would have built Static Shiv plus Zephyr here. But I don't hate this item slam. It's not that bad. Did we? Okay, we leveled and we got in Heimerdinger. I don't know if he auto went in there. I didn't see. This is a 6 Astrals player with Gunblade Archangel's Nami, and we lost to it really hard. Interesting. I mean, I would take Gadget Expert for the Static Shiv, honestly. This can be potentially a frontline item. Obsidian Cleaver is not too bad, but I don't know who we're going to put it on. Yeah, these items are pretty poor. I mean, Gadget Expert for the Static Shiv is pretty nice once we get out of Anivia, so that's what I would have taken. I mean, Obsidian Cleaver is like the only takeable one. I think we ran out of time there, right? You gotta be really careful with these. Um, yeah, we just ran out of time and it gave us Death Defiance. Yikes. Luckily, next patch, they're gonna put in a timer for that. So you'll actually be able to see the timer tick down as opposed to it just ticking down without telling you. That'll be nice. Next patch. Bit rough here. Guess we slap it on like Lilia. Nami. Pretty sure this has to go on a frontliner. Big Ascension. Oh, board is quite weak. Yeah, I think we should have rolled more this game. I don't think our board was stable enough. Now we're rolling it all the way down at 7, but we could have just done this at 4-1 and not taken like 40 damage. Now we're desperately rolling for Alawi 3, but I don't know if Alawi 3 is even going to save us. And, I mean, I don't know if we'd have Namzi 2 yet if we were stacking him all those rounds where we didn't stack him. But that would also help a bit. Looks like we're going to win this fight, though. Nice. I mean, hitting the Anivia 2 was nice. Also, maybe we Prage and we, like, high roll an Aushin or something. We have no items left on Made, right? Yeah. We really want the Zoe. Oh, no way, dude. The Zoe is insane here, no? The Zoe unit is just so good in mage comps. It's absolutely the Zoe here. We don't even like care about the item so much because we don't even have a floating component. Yeah, absolutely take Zoe here. We'll make your board 10,000 times stronger. But, I mean, the biggest thing is we never hit a rise this game, so we're stuck. I've tried carrying Aushin. I've heard that he's actually okay with Mage Spat. We'll see how this goes. I will say I tried an Aushin carry game a few days ago and it did not go well. So if you can make it work, hats off to you. I think he's more of like a support unit that you play in Astral comps, not like a real carry. But I guess we'll see. Looks like he still performs really well with Mage Cap, which is interesting. Like that's just what I've seen in the data. You are a Heimerdinger hater, and I think you need to become a Heimerdinger lover if you're gonna play mages. This guy is the real MVP. I mean, you definitely want Lulu in, which means like, why not have Heimer in? We have Ryze in over Heimer. I mean, Ryze buffs the AP of our guys a little bit, but I still don't think it's that big a difference. Can we win this fight? Oh, it's past 20 seconds of the fight. Yeah, I think the Mage Cap Asol is actually still really strong, which is kind of hilarious. We also got 6 Astral in. Doesn't hurt Declaw, I'm down. Yeah, that looks great. Alright, roll it down for Alawi 3 plus Nami here. Right? It's Treasure Dragon, so we can already start rolling. I mean, it's not like we're going 8. I don't think our board's strong enough yet. We really need Alawi 3. And having, we go 8? For Heimerdinger to have 6 mage in. I don't agree with this decision. I think Alawi 3 plus the Nami spikes your board infinitely more. I guess maybe we're turbo contested. But I don't think we did that much scouting, so I don't know that we... I mean, you definitely did a good amount of scouting, but I don't know that... Like, if you know right now that there's 10 Alawis out of the pool and you know that you can't hit, then maybe we don't roll down here. Even then, you might still need to roll down just to make a real board, right? Okay, we can try rolling it down here, right? We're going to get a little bit of extra gold from Astral. No Alawi shop? Sag. We don't have an Ornn, but, like, honestly, I think Aushin is a stronger carry with Mage Cap than Asol is. But let's actually look at the numbers. Brilliant Soul 4.11 average placement, Aushin 3.45, yeah. But I mean, the pivot is really difficult to Aushin right now because we don't have Ornn. If we had Ornn, I would honestly just make the swap this turn. Okay. And oh, I mean, I saw we don't have very much time left in the VOD, so I think we're dead here. Out at 5th. Oh wow, this game's a 5th? Right, if I went 5th this game, I would be rejoicing. But not because you got more dogged, it's just because like it was such a hard, I don't know, a lot of things went wrong. Okay, so we can start off with the early game. I would definitely get Inheimer. I think when you see these units in your early shops, I think you should be playing them almost every time. From there, there's so many comps you can play that are going to utilize Namzi, right? You can play Corki. You can play Tristana Reroll. You can play Mages. That's about it, really. Theoretically, you can play Siphon with Mages and play Heimer Lulu later. But those first three, really. So I think you always do that, unless you have some insane opener already, you know? Like, if I had Ez2, Karma 2, Tarek 2, then okay, I won't buy these two and put them in. But in this scenario, we don't even have that strong of opener already. We even have the Bruiser that pairs well with these. I would definitely put these in and start stacking up. I still don't really like taking the Earth Grab Bag here. I'm pretty happy just... Sorry, I just like bopped my mic. I don't know if that sounded terrible. I'm pretty happy with just taking Exiles here. I think Exiles is good enough to not have to reroll. We can look at the win rate just to see like how bad is Exiles really, because it's not like insanely broken. Wait, it's insanely broken. Okay, you should definitely take Exiles then. What happened? I didn't think it was always this high of a win rate. Let's go to like last patch. It was still quite good. Okay, so just take Exiles there, right? Actually insanely solid early game. I didn't realize it was that good. So don't always take Exiles here, because Earth's Grab Bag when taken first has a much worse win rate, and there's nothing that's really pulling you to Earth's Grab Bag, right? Like this patch, Earth's, and I mean, like it has a poor win rate, and part of it is that the win rate is even made better by people playing Olaf, which is really strong with it, but you're not even playing Olaf. You're playing Earth's Grab Bag into Mage, which probably does not have that good of an average placement. So yeah, I think rolling and then taking the Earth's Grab Bag was a little bit suspect. I think generally you get to the right spot here, which is, okay, I have to slam Mage Emblem, right? You're not going to slam Shimmer Scale or Mirage or Rage Wing. So the Mage Emblem slam makes sense. It makes sense on Trist. I think we could have taken a better item off Carousel. We end up pivoting to this Nivea version, which, I mean, she's a fine Mage Cap holder, but I honestly wouldn't have felt bad about just building around Mage Cap Tristana. Like, it's not like insane, but she's good enough. So yeah, I think that's what I would have done. But I mean, Nivea is not bad. Yeah, I would have played more around the Trist so that you can get more Namzi stacks, because it really matters a lot when you're playing mages, how stacked your Namzi is. The difference between like a Namzi 3 and a Namzi 2 late game or a Namzi 2 and a Namzi 1 late game is huge. So yeah. And I know that's a lot of stacks, right? To get from each version of Namzi to the next. But I mean, like, if you hit a Heimer 2 and Tristana 2 early enough, that's 4 stacks around, right? So that's only 6 rounds to get 24, which is basically 25. So yeah. Okay. So the other thing is, this is our 3-2. This is what we do at 3-2 at 66 HP. Pretty low, not that strong of a board. What do we do here? We take Mage Heart, which I think is correct. We hit Nami 2, and we level... It takes us a sec, but you should definitely level and start rolling here to stabilize. And you do. I'm just not that confident that the board we end up with is that stable. It should definitely be roll here, though. Hit a Trist, hit an Alawi. Hit Alawi 2... Or not hit Trist, hit Lulu. I mean, I think if you get Lulu in this turn, right here, then our board's stable. But the fact that we're playing 6 Mage, 3 Astral, instead of 5 Mage, 3 Astral, 2 Evoker, 2 Trainer, 2 Mystic is a bit sad, right? This Lulu activates 3 synergies and she's sitting on the bench. just for this random horse. I don't get it, dude. And we're not feeding Namsi. So we could have... I don't think we actually had to roll that much more, but we could have saved some HP by playing a stronger board with Lulu, as opposed to playing this this horse. All right, going. So yeah, that was our stage 3, which ends up turning out pretty decently, right? It's not bad. Okay, and then get here. We have 5 Namis, which isn't the most. There's also an argument to be made. Like I've seen some people just re-roll down here at 3-5 and look for Nami 3. I didn't count exactly how many Namis were taken out. I knew we were kind of contested. That's another problem with the fact that we took grab bag, right? Is it kind of forced us into playing mages, which meant that we ended up in a kind of contested route. But yeah, we should level a 7 here, and then okay, yeah, and we end up with the chalice. Yeah, I'm still like relatively okay with this. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but I mean the Zizarot is pretty helpful because we're low frontline. But part of the reason we're low frontline is because we haven't been stacking the Namzi. But it takes us, like, we take a long time to slam items here, and we end up leveling and getting Heimerdinger in the last second, but what really we should do here is level and start rolling to make our board better, right? Because this board is not strong. We're 48 HP here. We take 13 quick maths. Like, we need to roll really badly. Our board is not strong here, and we end up with Portable Forge. I don't think taking Portable Forge is correct. I think it should be Gadget Expert here. Static Shiv does a lot for mage comps. We end up with Forge. We don't end up with any really good options. Then we accidentally get Death's Defiance because we take a little while. Death's Defiance should go on a frontliner, probably Lilia. But yeah, I think you're being quite greedy here by not rolling it down on 7. You want to go fast 8. What you end up doing is going fast 8, but you need to evaluate your board strength. You cannot go fast 8 on this board. You're carrying an Anivia 1. Your 2 stars are Nami and Alawi, and I think that's it. Right? Do we have any other 2-star units? Like, we need to roll down and hit some units here. Yeah, it's Nami, Alawi, and Lilia, and we're playing 6 mage. Like, there's no way you can go fast 9 with this board. We should have rolled it down here, try to find, like, Silas 2, or even just get Silas in to make our board a bit stronger. Yeah, and at this point, we kind of panic a little bit and roll down, try to find Alawi 3. I don't know how many are out of the pool. We should have held that Orin, actually. It ends up, because we could have made the pivot super late game to Ao Shin. But also just not even knowing that we're going to see Ao Shin. He's a really good bruiser. We rolled on a bit. We still don't hit anything. You know, right? Yeah, we were just turbo contested, right? This guy has 5 rises. So I think big issue, turbo contested. Other big issue, we didn't play our strongest version of the board, so we lost a bunch of HP. And third big issue, we didn't roll enough at 7 to actually make a real board. We're trying to go fast 8, but our board's not strong enough to go 8. Also, you should always pick up the Zoe off carousel here. It spikes your board so hard, and the add-up doesn't really matter. Like, just Zoe is such an insane unit. Okay. And then it's pretty doomed from here. We end up getting into the Aurelian Soul board, which is... Okay, so, like, actually, we could have still probably top forward from here if you don't go 8, if you just roll for Alawi plus Nami. I don't know. Maybe they're all out of the pool and you scouted? Because we know there's that one mage player. I don't think we end up scouting a lot here. But maybe you already know that it's turbo contested? I'm not sure. But if you don't know for a fact that this is turbo contested, I would just roll it down and find Alawi 3, Nami 3. They spike your board a lot. As opposed to just leveling, we end up leveling for... I don't even remember. What did we level for here? 6th mage or something? Rise, yeah. Like, this 3-star and this 3-star would be immensely better. It's not like we can get a soul off orbs because we only have 6 astral, but still. Okay. So yeah, very, very chaotic game, but I think those are the games that you learn the most from. Like bot 4s, where you feel like there's just infinite things going on. I think those are absolutely the games that you learn the most from. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the sesh. Yeah, and hope everybody on YouTube enjoyed the session as well. Once again, check out my Metafy link. It's going to be in the description to get coaching yourself if you thought this was helpful. All right, I will catch you guys later. Bye.